let me know, Lucas, can you see aperture here?
Copy that.
Copy, awesome. Okay, so where do we begin? Well, in Fast Track, we use this nice little cheat sheet. And this is something that I built that just shows all of the pools that I've been in over time. And we're gonna start here with ETH stablecoin pairs. And what we want to do, our goal when we're building a foundation for our DeFi portfolios is to first be able to generate between 8 and 12% per month. So that's our first goal. We want to build that base. And an easy way to do that while taking the least amount of risk possible is over here with some ETH stablecoin pairs, either or both using Aerodrome or Uniswap. So we're going to use a combination of both. Now, the mechanics on Aerodrome for generating AERO rewards are different than they are on Uniswap when we're earning trading fees. So that's an important distinction. So over here on Aerodrome, and by the way, anyone who has VERO, today is the day to vote. So the voting period today ends in 2 hours and 45 minutes. So just one thing to point out real quick is that if you have VERO, that today is the day to vote. So the Aerodrome mechanics are different than they are on Uniswap for LPs. So as LPs on Aerodrome, we earn AERO emissions. The amount of AERO emissions is set each epoch, and it's set based on protocol incentivization and VERO voters voting for specific pools, which allocates a piece of this big pool of AERO to each pool that's voted on based on the number of votes received by that pool. So we earn AERO emissions as LPs. And we can see that over here. This is one of my wallets on VFAT. And if I just click on this wrapped ETH USDC pool here, we can see right here, this weekly rewards figure. This is actually a set amount of AERO each epoch. And each epoch on Aerodrome lasts 1 week. And it resets on Wednesdays at 0 hours UTC, which is 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So in a couple of hours, we will see this weekly rewards figure for wrapped ETH USDC on Aerodrome. We will see this update based on votes and incentivization for this specific pool for this epoch. So this is the pool of AERO rewards that we are competing with other liquidity providers for. So if you have active, staked, and in range TVL in this pool, you will be part of this $2 million of rewarded TVL, which is actively earning this pool of AERO emissions, this pool of AERO rewards. So this is what we're competing with other LPs for, this pool of AERO rewards. Now that's different than if we were deployed on Uniswap. So if I bring up Crystal real quick, and then I go over to my hot pools, and I want to show wrapped ETH USDC on base, and I'm looking specifically for the 0.05% fee tier pool. And then what I want to do is I want to click on Pool Analytics up top. And Pool Analytics is going to bring me to this exact pool at the correct fee tier on Uniswap. I want to view the volume over time. I want to zoom out to 1 month. And what I'm looking for is how consistent is this volume in this pool? And this particular pool looks to be fairly consistent. Now you could compare this to the same pair, but at a different fee tier on base on the same chain to see which fee tier pool has the most consistent volume. So wrapped ETH USDC over here on Uniswap, we've got a couple of options. We could either enter the 0.3% fee tier pool, the 1/10 of 1 or 1/100th of 1% fee tier pool, or the 5/100ths of 1% or 0.05% fee tier pool. Now I've taken a look at all of these, and the 0.05% fee tier pool I think is the best pool right now with volumes now. So we've got these different options for ETH stablecoin pairs, and I think that the best options right now are wrapped ETH USDC on Aerodrome, wrapped staked ETH USD Plus on Aerodrome, and wrapped ETH USD Plus on Aerodrome. Those are the 3 Aerodrome stablecoin ETH pairs right now that are paying the most. But then on Uniswap, we can take a look at different chains. I think that the highest paying ETH stablecoin pair on Uniswap across all chains right now is ETH USDT at the 0.01% fee tier on ETH mainnet. But for my purposes here today, I want to take a look at ETH USDC at the 0.05% fee tier on Base. Now, I've already got a couple of portfolios on VFAT through Aerodrome, and I want to diversify my yield. So in this particular portfolio, right now I'm doing about $100 a day on 17K deployed. That's about 0.6% per day. I expect this to decline, and I expect it to decline to 0.4%. So that's what I've been seeing as an average for these pools on Aerodrome is 0.4% per day. Now, because of the mechanics on Aerodrome, and because we're competing with other LPs for this pool of AERO rewards, I want to diversify my exposure to ETH stablecoin pairs away from just Aerodrome. I also want to have some exposure to Uniswap and be a market maker, actively earning trading fees. So I'm actually going to go through right now live how I would enter a new position in wrapped ETH USDC at the 0.05% fee tier on Uniswap on the Base chain. So there's a couple of ways that you could enter. You could either